Good. Yeah. So yesterday we discussed about the data loader. On the data loader, just we completed export all. Okay. So and the exported file, I think if we put it over here on the SF log. These are all the file now. Okay. The next operation is delete. So in order to delete the record from Salesforce, you need to pass the ID. So from the ID only, yes, you can delete. Without ID, you cannot delete a record. You cannot delete the record using the external ID. So you can delete the record only using ID. That is the primary key on the table. So you must have a ID. So just give me one. Yeah. So now if I go here, export all, the customer export. So here we have ID, right? So if you want to delete this, so I'm closing this. So delete operation, production, SF Winter at SF Winter 2020 at password is NOV at 2020. Yeah, login successful. Now, which object you are trying to delete? So, customer. Yeah, choose the customer, browse the file. So, based on this file, I would like to delete. Next. See, your operation will contain 15 records. Okay. Create edit mapping. See here, in Excel sheet contain there are a lot of fields, but you can map only ID fields. So just auto map. It get mapped. Because in Excel sheet we have a lot of fields, but we will map only on the ID fields. Because based on the ID, the system will go and delete the record. Click OK. Next, the directory. I will say the desktop SF log. Finish. See, you will get a warning because it depends on the recycle bin limitations. So we have a 50,000 record can store in the recycle bin. More than 50,000 record, it won't be stored. So like first in, first out. So first in, first out. So the same concept, like once it reaches to the 50,000 record, then if you're trying to delete additional records, it will delete like, yeah, the last record, and one by one, like it will delete. So that is a general warning message. Now you'll see 15 successful, 0 error. Now if I check in Salesforce, yeah, there is no customers. So basically it get deleted the system, but it will be there in the recycle bin. Let me restore everything. That's okay. Only employee is not a custom unique constraints would be violated. Okay. While processing, I think there is a duplicate record for this. So it's not restoring the values. That's okay. Okay. So now if I go back to the customers and I restored it, you can see the informations. Yeah. Who created, Kishore created, like, yeah. The information will be there. Just stored it back from the recycle bin. Okay. So that is the delete operations. the hot delete at the moment is not enabled because by default in the system administrator profile, you don't have hot delete permissions. So in order to use the hot delete, you have to have a permissions. So let me show you. So hot delete means whenever if you delete it, it won't store in the recycle bin. Permanently, it will delete. So if I go for a profile, now I logged as a system administrator. So here, bulk API hot delete. Again, this is the standard profile. We cannot provide these permissions. So in order to provide these permissions, what you need to do? Now I want to give this permission to administrator. What I will do?
Permission sets.
Exactly. So create a permission sets. Bulk API, or I will say hot delete. Save. Then manage assignment. Add assignment. Okay. Now if I log out and log in from here, the button will enable. We'll see it, that one. That's okay. But again, hot delete means basically it will remove permanently. Okay. So I will delete all this Excel sheet. Move to delete. Now what I will do, I will try to export one more time. Customer. Select all the fields, finish. Total 16 record. Now if I open it, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to update like a few records. So just file, save as. Customer upset. Customer upset means update and also insert. So for update, I don't want the owner ID is deleted. I don't want. Do we have any record? Do we have any external ID on the customer object? No, we don't have any external ID. Shall I make this one as an external ID?
Okay.
I will make it like a unique and also external. So based on this email ID, I can go and update the record. So here already there are some duplicate. So it's not allowing me to make it as a unique. So in the system, there are duplicate already exist. So set field. And also see here, there are without email ID also. So then I will make it as either name field as a duplicate, or here also like, let's make it like an email field. So where is this one? Yeah, I will just delete one record and then I will make it like another. Yeah. Now if I try to change it, it will get saved. Okay. Now we have name field, record ID. I don't want all this field. Maybe let's keep it date of birth. Age no need, reference by no need, total values no need, address let's keep it. Additional email no need, description I think remaining all are no need. Okay, the same way in bottom also I'm cleaning these systems. That's fine. Okay, now assume like I'm going to create, even we don't want ID because we have a email ID, but it's not unique at the moment. Okay, it's not unique. So what I will do, I will go and put something unique. What I will take like the unique ID. So randomly shall I put like a first name? So just I'm going to split the column. Text to column. Next, based on the tab, no, based on the space, okay. Okay, now I will just take like this one and then I will populate the email. So the email will be concatenate of this value, comma, at gmail.com. Okay, and it will populate. My goodness. Okay, so first what I will do, I will go and update this. Again, I don't want to update the name column. Okay, I will update only either record type. 1 second. So maybe I will populate like the record type for each records. Okay, and the mobile number also I will populate, or maybe like a postal code I will populate. Okay, maybe the date of birth 1980. Something like I'm populating it, the value. Okay, and save. Now what I'm going to do, first I will update based on this ID. Let's see on the update call. Sorry.
Sampath, the email ID won't be unique. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's unique now.
No, it won't be because some of the names are repeating. If you see Srini Uday Bhaskar and it test.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, sorry, but you will get an error message.
Okay.
So even while updating also, you will get an error message. Maybe I will put it like this. Any other place? So I will put it here.
Testing. Test one.
Where is okay? Test one.
Test one is repeated 2 times.
Test two, test three. Yeah, is that okay? Employed and this one KK.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Or if you want, I can update like a customer one, customer two.
And you can
Let's
just drag it.
Yeah, that's it. Now it will be unique. Okay. Again, if there are anything like with a unique name, then you will get an error message during the update also. So I saved it and I am closing now. Let's update that. So update, no upset operation, just I'm doing the update. So customer export, right? Sorry, I used the customer. Yeah. Next, 16 record. So here, create edit mapping, auto map. Because the fields are like the same. Because we exported and we modified it. Because of that, it get mapped automatically. All the fields are get mapped automatically. Otherwise, you need to drag it and you have to map it one by one. If there is no proper matching, then you have to drag it one by one and then map it. Once if you mapped it, you can save the file. Customer mapping. See, this is a .sdl format, Salesforce description language. Okay, so .sdl format. So basically, next time whenever if you are doing it, we can use simply existing mapping. So I assume you have around 150 or 200 fields. Now you mapped it manually. Every time you cannot map it, right? Whenever if you are doing the data loader. So 200 field to 200 field, if you are mapping manually, then what will happen? It will take half an hour. So to avoid that, one time if you mapped it, you can save the file. Next time, simply you can go and use it. So next, finish. See, how many success?
15 and 1 error.
Yeah, let's see what is the error. Entity deleted. Maybe because of the duplicate, we deleted that record. It's not there in the system. That's why. Okay. That's fine. So now if I open it again and the error record, I will go and find out which one is the error. So this is the ID. Copy this ID. Command is it? My goodness. Windows and Mac, the keyboard like. Okay, so now if I want to find, where is the find options?
Control F.
Control F only is not working here, so maybe the let me use yeah, okay. Yeah, I can use Mac also like a Control F, I think. Control V. 1 minute. Maybe function V? No. Command V? Command V is working. Okay. So, my goodness. Okay. Let me again open the sheet, error sheet. So this is the ID. Right click, copy, right click, paste. Find next. Not in this sheet. Find next. What happened is not there. Second row, right? So delete. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, file save, file save. Okay. So I will delete this record. Okay. I don't want this record. Delete. Now I'm trying to modify this. Okay. So I will put like something instead of customer 2, I will say customer 20. I'm updating it. Okay. Now, based on this email ID, the system will go on to find this record and it will update the info. Okay. It will update the name. Same way, let's say like I'm going to create additional 10 more records. this value. Ampersand and dot, it's working opposite in Mac and Windows. Gmail.com. Wherever I need a double quotes, I have to use @sign. Wherever I need a @sign, I have to use double quotes. So, okay. Now this is the upset file. Yeah, let it be file, save. Now if I use upset, what will happen? Can anyone guess it?
It will do an update and then insert.
How many record?
All the record gets updated, and then the last few, the added one will get inserted.
How the system will identify?
With a what is that?
The email address.
The unique ID.
Exactly. So now there are your operation contain 19. My goodness. Okay. Now you will see only ID only it's displaying, but I am not able to select the email ID. Why? Can you guess it?
Because email ID is external.
But it has to come, right? And why it's not coming means because I didn't log out and log in again. Because we changed just now. After logging into data loader, we modified like a structure. So that's why. So try to again upset, login. SF Winter at sales, no, SF Winter 2020, SF Winter 2020 at salesforce.com. Password is NOV at 2020. And per object maximum, you can have how many external ID? Per object maximum, how many external ID? You can create maximum 3 external ID per object, not more than that. And the external ID, text field, number field, email field. See here, now the options are available. See, now if I select email, you can see email. Next, referred by, based on the parent referred by field, but we don't have referred by, no need. You remember like a referred by options. There is a referred by lookup field.
For the name.
Yeah, for lookup field. Even based on the email ID, you can map it. Create edit mapping, auto map. It's get mapped. Click OK. Next, finish. See here. Now we successful. What is the status?
Item updated, item created.
So if the email ID is not matches in Salesforce, it will create a new record. If it's a matches, it will update. And once finished it, you will have ID also. It fetch the ID and given the ID as well. Okay, so that is the upset operations. Okay, fine. So that's all for the data loader. Insert, again, normal insert, do we know all? So we know like how to do the insert operations. Okay, so any question on the data loader?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
If I have installed the data loader on my profile one with my login, and if I'm going to use the login that you created for me, that on my name at sfwinter2020.com, data loader will not work.
It will not work because I didn't give a sufficient permission. There are additional permission required in order to use the data loader, and also you don't have a permission for that object to use it. Yeah, so I have to give a permissions in order to use the data loader. API permission I have to give in your profile.
Yeah, so my only question is data loader that we are installing on the laptop, right? Is
Yeah.
it related to one profile, or it can be used across 2 or
Class
3
any
profiles which are good?
you can use any profile, depends on the username password, like what username password you are entering, it will act accordingly.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question?
Sampath, out of the topic, do we have a database for this? Meaning, can we go and query and then look for the?
Yeah, there are. So I will just show you on the workbench. See, within Salesforce itself, there is a developer console. Here, the star query, it won't work basically. Okay. So here is the query editor. You can type select ID name from customer _C.
Oh, star won't work here.
No, star won't work.
Okay.
And email, you'll see. And what are the field you want, like country, COUNT, country _C.
Then you should be able to know all the fields under the object. Then only you'll be able to.
Yeah,
fetch it.
exactly. So that's why sometimes what we'll do, we'll use workbench. Workbench is the handy. So if I log into the workbench, so here I can see like on the query, if I use SQL query, select object, which object you are going to query, and it will give all the fields. So simply you need to select what are the fields you want. It will populate the query also, and it will give the results.
Okay.
This is pretty easy, right? So
Yeah.
So we have export option as well.
yeah, we can export it like bulk export. Yeah.
Okay.
And also see here we can query bulk record if there are more any, and then you can export it. And here also you can do coding. So here it will execute anonymous window. So basically, let's say list of customer _C cost is equal to new of list of customer. Okay, here you can put a cost equal to, I am going to query select ID name from customer _C. Then if you try to print the cust, system.debug, here the code will execute, it will fetch, and it will print the customer ID name, second customer ID name, second customer, like, yeah, directly you can execute the code also here, like, you know, for practicing it and other stuff, like you can do it. So that's the benefit of having the workbench. This one you can configure in your local as well, the workbench. It's provided by Salesforce, but there is a coding available. You can configure it and you can customize, like if you want more thing. And there are REST API, Apex Explorer, there are a lot many. And here also we can do insert, same how we are performing, insert, update, upset, delete. So here also, like if I go for upset, single record or from a Excel sheet. So you can use that Excel sheet. Okay.
Is this a separate URL, or did you launch it from Salesforce in this workbench?
You can launch it from Salesforce. It's a separate URL basically. So we will go through it detail. Okay. Just I don't want to mess up like this two together, but let's leave it at the moment.
Okay.
We will come back to that.
I
No?
have a question on the data loader, Sampath.
Yeah.
So in order to pull the objects, so there is no option on the data loader. Is what you said, or
Full means like
like, you know, to see all the fields related to any object?
no, not in the data loader. Like a developer console is that.
Oh, sorry. I meant to say about developer console only.
Yes, in developer console, you don't know like all the fields. So to know all the fields, you have to go to the object manager and go to the object
Right, but
And you have to check like all the fields, and then you have to query in the developer console here.
okay. So if you go to the developer console, because I remember I was seeing it. If you go to the file, um, if you go to open, and from here we can select the object and right.
Again, this is also object, right?
Correct. Yeah. If you go and filter like the customer object on the filter, if you type in the customer,
Yeah.
yeah, and you just say enter. Yeah. Refresh.
You are trying to open the object. That's it.
Yeah. If you open that, it will not pull the fields related to that object.
You can see the field, but in the query you have to type it.
Okay.
Query, it's a separate window, so you have to type always.
Okay.
So for that, like you can have it like this. So just simply copy and paste over here. So select.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, simply copy this, paste. Yeah, but again, data loader workbench is much easier, right? And it will help you to generate automatically. You don't want to type it to the query. See, other option is that you have another one more plugin. There are plugin available, so you can use it like other plugins, but those are all like not trusted plugins. Even I used like there is organizer. Here also you can use query window. So a subject fields. So you can query all the fields. These are all like additional, basically quick query. So you can type the query and you can execute. So this is one of the plugin basically. So yeah, I don't recommend all those plugins. So better either go for like a workbench, or you can use the developer console. Okay, so I think like that's all for the data loader. I will close this. Let it be. The next topic will be, we can go for a data loader.io. Again, I don't want to explain like a much more on this. It's very simple, the same logic. Quickly, I will show you that. So to access the data loader.io, so just data loader.io. Simply use login and use productions. So the current already you logged in, right? So it will pick up the username, password, and it will log in automatically. See, it's already logged in based on my, because it's using the cookies. Already I logged into Salesforce. Then it's picking up the automatically the username and login. Now, these are all my previous import. So I don't want this. I will delete this. So here also same. So here import, export, delete. On the import, error deleting, something like it's going on in the backend. That's okay. Okay, so import. Here you can use insert, upset, update, the same operations. Here you can see employees. The limitation on this is, so if I go for a pricing,